one's also Lisa Renee Harrison, and this is Diego Harrison, my husband, and you have who with you?
Julie Patra Harrison.
She's our purebred Oriental short hair, and the thing about purebreds is they tend to have, so many genetic
And health issues because of it.
Yeah, you'd think that would make them healthier, but in reality, there's something about the reason why a street cat can survive, I think,
That's true.
Yeah. She has a little heart murmur, which is genetic. She has asthma. She has arthritis. Last year at RWA, which is the Romance Writers of America convention, he had to fly home because she had such horrible arthritis she could hardly lift her head.
Yeah, that's how we discovered she had arthritis when we came home. I came home and she could barely move. She wasn't eating. She was in a lot of pain, obviously. It turned out it was arthritis.
His poor dad was here, and he was blaming himself and feeling like he'd done something wrong. But if you will look right here, and we'll do a close-up shot, this is all the medication that we've been dealing with for the past 2 weeks. She has an upper respiratory infection, and really, she's had another one. We've had this issue with this runny eye that they did antibiotics for. This is one of the antibiotics. And for those of you who get eye drops, the eye drops don't go in their eyes as well. The ointment, even though it's a real pain to get in, put it right under the under eyelid, it really does get in their eye better. But we've been doing this, and we did a different antibiotic than we're on now, and it just wasn't going away. And so it started as the runny eye. And then all of a sudden, her nose was just completely stuffed up.
Yeah.
So we went to the vet, and they could tell, and we had been using her inhaler, which happens to be the same inhaler
She uses.
And it's too bad we don't have the mask thing that they give her for the inhaler. But we were using it every 4 hours to keep it from going to her lungs. And he is really good at this. He just puffs it right in her mouth. There's this mask thing you can use, but she gets all panicky and freaked out, and we find just poof. But she doesn't even know how to hiss, so.
Yeah, she's very good, very kind and easygoing. She doesn't fight you that much, or not like in a hurtful way. She doesn't hurt you or anything. She'll push your arm away with her paw.
Paw in her face.
Yeah, but that's about all.
And what did the vet say about this and us using it so much?
There's here in the U.S. there was typically only one type of albuterol inhaler. I can't remember how he described it. An L and a D, I think, or whether a P. I don't know. The L was the one that he said was only made in Europe and Canada. It was L only. But now the U.S. also has the L. We just have to find out which one we have. If it's the L, then we can use this daily, and it won't matter it won't affect the cats in a negative way. Though the other ones, the ones that the U.S. used to only carry, the D and the L, they used to be
the D,
harmful.
you mean?
No, the ones with both of them together.
Oh, D and L.
Yeah, they used to be harmful to cats if they were used on a chronic type condition.
So find out if you're using an inhaler, which kind are you using? Are you using the one that they have now discovered had some side effects or not? But they decided that she should go on this, which is more of a long-term.
With the steroid.
Yeah, and this is $250 for this little thing.
Yeah.
And the thing that's so hard about it is it's supposed to last you 3 months, but literally when you poof it, you watch half the stuff go out. It's hard to get it down the cat, but it's supposed to keep her lungs from, ever having that inflammation. So we did all that to correct the asthma thing because we were doing that to try and help this congestion thing from going down into her lungs. So they put her on this antibiotic, which is called, you try and pronounce it.
Oh, wow. Vibramycin?
Vibramycin. This looks like Pepto-Bismol, and it is an absolute nightmare to give your cat. Literally if it gets on you or her, it is pink like Pepto. It goes everywhere. And the dosage?
With a big 5 ml, it's like a big tablespoon type stuff. Maybe more than that, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons, but it's always a lot for a cat.
But even the specialist said this is the antibiotic that you want for an upper respiratory infection in a cat. But the thing is they said that in the books it says that only the pill form of this causes some esophagus trouble, it's not supposed to be the liquid, but in our cat, we ended up, going to the ER because she started doing this funky swallow neck thing after taking it. So they had us do a dosage of water afterwards, which after you just put all that stuff down her throat, which you have to do in little bits. Don't try and do the whole thing at once. We tried that.
Yeah,
we ended up with Pepto-looking stuff from all over her and us. It was terrible. It was bad. And that was my brilliant idea. Yeah. He said no. So water afterwards. And we have been doing her inhaler right afterwards as well, and that seems to work, and they told us to keep doing that. So we did the whole round of this pink nightmare medicine, and she's still stopped up and miserable. And we've been doing vapor steam and vaporizer for her, which they said is fine, but they said do not use Vicks or even let them inhale Vicks directly, but they can use it in a vaporizer. Anyway, so we did all of that, and we ended up back at the specialist, and they cultured her sinuses and her eyes for $200, and we're waiting on those results.
And then look at the Afrin.
And the Afrin.
We also were told that we can use Afrin, very little, like a drop in each nostril once a day, but it's hard to get it in the cat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's...
So we think we've gotten her a tiny little bit of relief with that. They also say you can go in a bathroom and you can steam up the bathroom, but our house is made weird. We have a fireplace in our bathroom, so it kind of, all the steam goes over the top of that. I mean, it's very hard. In our downstairs bathroom, for some reason, we've discovered the water doesn't get hot. We never tried to use that bathroom. And then you can also do saline mist in their nose to help break it up. But again, it's like the Afrin, how do you get it in? And it's been a struggle. We tried to drop her, we've sprayed it direct, and you don't really have to worry about overdoing it when you spray it in direct because their nostrils are so small, it just goes everywhere. Right.
Yeah.
And then she's taking Zyrtec for allergies to help offset it, and they take 5 milligrams once a day. The problem we found with Zyrtec is that cats become immune to it very, very quickly. So it will work for a length of time, and then it stops working. The thing that works really great for cats is a children's dose of Benadryl. What?
She farted.
She always saves those special moments for him. Kitty! Where are your manners? I'm sure she's saying, well, you're shoving all this medicine down me. What do you expect?
Kitty farts are not pleasant. They're silent but deadly.
Oh, like his. Anyway, well, actually his aren't silent. Anyway, now you made me forget where I was.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, Benadryl. But the thing about Benadryl is cats hate it and they salivate so badly. It's like you walk around with a towel and they hate you and they're mad. But man, that Benadryl really, really helps. But we even have a pharmacy here who tried to turn it into salmon flavor to try and trick her. It didn't work. No, so it's not the cherry flavor. It's something about the grape or any of that stuff. It's about something to do with the Benadryl. But if you're desperate, which we have been at times, Benadryl. Then now what they've done, I don't know if you could hear that, her trying to breathe in. Oh, poor baby. Now they also gave her now she's going to take a pill for her asthma that's supposed to help as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you seeing this? I mean, it's like we've got a grandma needs a medicine chest. Now what they've done is they've given her, while we wait on the test results, how do you pronounce it?
This is, I don't know how to pronounce this. Something
Fampamir or
Fancrovir or something like that?
It's basically for kitty herpes. Well, it's common for kitties who come from, their breeding place to be exposed to a lot of cats so they can get kitty feline herpes. We don't know, even though she's a purebred, we found her at a trash can, and which is very unique because they're very expensive cats. So we don't know what her history was, but to me it's very odd that she suddenly would have it because she's not around other animals. We've had her for 6 years, so how did she suddenly get it? Although I know there's some weird stuff about the virus being dormant, but why now? But anyway, she takes 125 milligrams a day for 10 days, and we just started it last night, and we are praying it's the answer. I mean, she's miserable. So we'll update you guys on does this work. I saw a lot of people on the internet asking, does this work? It's not cheap, but, you know, I mean, I think it's...
It wasn't that bad. It was $30, I think.
Was it? Oh, okay, yeah, this one wasn't the expensive one then. So it's the inhalers that tend to be really, really expensive. And how much were the asthma pills?
I don't know, they kind of combined them all, so I didn't. But overall, I spent $400 at the pharmacy.
I was just thinking if you can't afford the inhalers, taking that, you know, maybe just that. Oh, and she takes a steroid pill once a day for her arthritis, which cats tolerate very, very well without side effects, whereas dogs tend to have, you know, kidney issues over it. And she does extremely well. Her arthritis, you know, it's made all the difference in the world. So you have all of these things. I know it seems overwhelming. It has been for us too, and it's expensive, but what I hope is that maybe by talking about this, you can get past some of the expense. If I were in a situation where I could not afford all this and I knew, you know, what I know now, what would I suggest to someone? If you try the antibiotic and it doesn't work, ask them just to try the antiviral. Because, you know, if it works, you don't pay for the $200 culture. Right. In our case, we paid for it because she has so many issues, the heart thing, the arthritis. Yeah, we felt that we needed to know exactly what was going on. But if you're in a tight financial position, you know, this $30 antiviral. Also, we haven't tried it yet, but we're told that lysine for cats, which you can order in a paste, is supposed to prevent attacks and help cure them. So we're going to be trying that with her as well. So we're going to add one more drug to it. But I thought the Afrin was really interesting. I mean, you can give it to a cat. Of course, anything we say here, please check with your vet. We're just telling you our experiences. But anyway, if you ask questions in the details about something going on with your animal and we know what happened with us, we'll be happy to answer it for you. And good luck with your kitties. We love ours. She's our baby girl. She's our furry daughter. So.